What's up, guys? It's Will here back again for another episode of Collector's Mingle. You might have noticed my hair because a lot of people have messaged me and said, Will, you're always wearing a hat. What does your hair look like under the hat? Well, now you know. The hat does a really good job of keeping it in check, keeping it like under the hat. So this is kind of what it looks like outside of it. So I don't know. Like I get a lot of compliments about it. Just remember my eyes are here. Don't always look at my hair. Just look at the eyes. But guys, we got a fun show tonight. We're going to talk about the Enforcer Droid, the K2SO slight, soft reissue. We're going to talk about in-stock gems that people are maybe sleeping on. We're going to talk about some other philosophical topics, payment plans, budgeting, all that fun stuff. We'll talk about really what pre-ordering means nowadays. There's so much good stuff. Like I said, don't think too much about the hair. The rest of the good stuff is right around the corner. Stay tuned. Bro, I just yeeted that wig. I was like, yeet. Tossed it right out.
That's an impressive, I guess, like behind the scenes or like what do we want to call that? That's impressive, man.
Well, I want to give the people a little taste. They like to get to know the creator a little bit better, Kiko. They want to know the real you. So now they've seen
that transparency is a big deal in this community.
It is a big deal in this community.
I really feel like that. And we can talk about that, certainly, because transparency is huge. But hello, Will. Hello, everybody.
Dude, yeah, thanks so much, Kiko. And guys, thanks so much for joining tonight. We got a fun episode of Collector's Mingle on the show this evening. It'll be a blast, I promise. We're going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about. But before we do that, let's address this amazing panel. Let's start with Mike. Mike Collectors Enabled. I don't think I've heard your user. Mike, is that your channel name that you're going with?
Yeah. What's up, Will? What's up, guys? We just kind of soft launched our new Facebook channel. It's officially entitled "Collect Everything at Collectors Enabled," which is kind of long. We're working on it. It's early days. Progress. Yeah, early days. But basically, it's for people who collect a little bit of everything, or people who want to learn about different things. So anywhere from 1/6 to 1/4 to 1-to-1, and whatever IP you collect. And we're just trying to get everyone involved and maybe enable you to buy something you thought maybe you wouldn't before.
Yeah.
Kind of like you, Will.
It sounds about right, Mike, because, with that Legolas, you weren't always thinking about that until I messaged you. And then you were like, hey, I'm kind of in on Legolas now.
Yeah, we're both in now.
Yeah, it's true. And with Gandalf, just give it some time. Maybe you'll be able to get me back. So.
Oh, yeah, you'll get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But Kiko, is your last name Kevin Crozier?
It is, yeah.
Is it actually really?
Kevin Crozier is my real name.
I legitimately thought your name was Kiko this whole time.
No. Okay. So long story short is that my name came from like 10 years ago. Someone came up to me and like, hey, if you ever wanted to do something with your initials, because my official name is Kevin Edward Crozier. That's my name. It's KEC. So, and originally I was saying like, okay, I'll start my own corporation. It would be Kiko, that was originally started it. So obviously I've not started a corporation by any means yet. So yes, this is Kiko. What's up, bro?
Kiko Crozier.
That's true. Yeah. Crozier's how you pronounce it.
Oh, okay, gotcha, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's good to have you. And Lou, bro, already flexing on us with the turtles. Come on, and Venompool, what's going on, man?
What's up? Thank you for having me, Will. A pleasure to be here with you on Collector's Mingle. And you can't be in Collector's Mingle if you ain't a collector. And here's the thing. I see some awesome stuff in the back, some statues. That's a little scary territory for me. But I'm a 6-scale man. You know what I mean? I'm a 112 guy. I collect a little bit of everything. So, I had Venom out. We're gonna have a topic. We're gonna talk about something, a little earlier. Then we got some grail pieces that I want to throw down. Turtles. I'm a turtle all day. Love it.
It's true, bro. It's true, Lou. And thanks so much for joining to all you guys. Let's address the chat real quick. I know we should have a layout coming at some point tonight. I'm not sure. I know Kiko has to run soon, so he's with us for a little while, or Kevin, as I should say. So Kevin Crocher. So
yes, that is my real alias.
Kevin Edward Crocher.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Give my full legal. By the way,
my middle name Kiko was Barkus. Actually, I don't know if a lot of people
no
know
fucking.
that.
I'm sorry. No fucking way.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not for sure what this podcast is rated. I'm sorry.
It's a family name, but people like used to call me that in high school, kind of ironically. They'd be like Barkus. I was like, what, man, what? So like they would just call me that as a, it's kind of a
all right.
thing. But it is my middle name.
I'm changing your name in my phone to Barkus.
Go
it's
for
official.
It,
it's by the way. Yeah,
dude,
come on.
It kind of sounds like a dog name to me, but I'm just accepted at this point. So I mean, I'm 30. I might as well just embrace it. So, but Tukathri in the house. What's up, Tukathri? Hugh, Mike Costa's back. Yeah, he is, bro, and he's here to enable. That's just what Mike does. So that's kind of his thing. Ant-Man said, William, I'm gonna need some channel membership, dude. I'm gonna do that at some point. I just feel bad. I don't know what I can offer you guys. So I don't want you like paying me money for nothing. Like, so that's kind of the dilemma. Punisher XS, good evening, guys. Hardcore Candy. Simon, what's up? 6Scale Mafia. That is not Anthony. So pretty close though. Let's see here. Cam's Collection. What's up? Cam's Cam Daddy Senior. That's what I call him. So Ashley Chase, SRO in the house. Mike Fayella, Dinesh. Oh, Dinesh, good to see you. Primetime Reviews, Two Ferns. Comics in the house. KJ Smith in the house. Darth Dress, who's this handsome fella? I know, the hair, bro. It's a new me. I'm glowing. Alabama Wyatt, what's up? AJ, the collector number 1, Diecast Fly. Love the username Diecast Fly. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Hugh, Loco Lou, which Ninja Turtle is that? Is that NECA Lou?
This is 3-0.
3-0. Okay, gotcha.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that I'm officially in on getting the 3-0 turtles, whether it is the first version or the second version. I saw those on Facebook this week, and I was like, why do I not have a representation of those turtles? Because if you're a Turtles fan, I mean, there's multiple iterations. You can do the 90s cartoon, the 90s movie, the comic version, or these. And I love these, and I am currently looking for them.
Dude, they are really nice.
Boxes.
Looks like you got the first edition, right? Not Into the Shadows, correct?
No, this is the first edition, and I have my boxes right there so you can see them stacked up. They're huge.
Legit.
I currently got Leo and Mikey out right now. They're my favorite out of the 4. Just because they pose better. So yeah.
H Green said Lou is the man. By the way, Lou said, "What's pooping, people?"
What's popping, people?
You said pooping, bro.
I said what's pooping?
Yeah. You said, what's pooping, people?
What's pooping, people?
Hey, demonetization. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Xiao in the house. Nicolio the Great and Powerful. What is up? Demonetize. Yeah, absolutely, bro. We're going for it. Leonardo, what's up? Joe Augustin, Kaiju Daddy. I love that username as well. Good for Health. PT Works. Safeful. Hola.
Hola.
I think that's pretty much everybody. So guys, I want to jump into this first topic, and I know this has been talked about a little bit, but I want to hit this real quick because I think this is a pretty cool figure for a lot of people. It's a soft reissue, I guess you could say, insofar as that it's really K2SO, but kind of not K2SO at the same time. So I want to hit Kiko first on this one because Kiko, I know we have limited time, but this Enforcer droid, I know you're a huge Star Wars fan, but I haven't heard. Are you going to get this or not?
So for this one, for me, absolutely not. And I apologize for the people that are yelling downstairs for my dog. I apologize about that. If you hear that,
It's all good, bro.
So all I can say is absolutely not. So I'm an original owner of the Rogue One K2SO, the OG. Okay. So I was chatting. Was it you or 6Scale Mafia's stream this week to where I said, these are some of the worst blogger photos I have seen. And for all the people that want a K2 droid, I get that. That's cool. I want you to have, something that you haven't obtained before. That's awesome. But for me, this is some really, really cheap shit. I'm being honest, because you have the Queen Studio Joker, okay, that people have been like obsessing over this week. And I really feel if you're Howard Chan, if you are Hot Toys, you gotta come out with something better than this. Yes, people want this. People want this droid, but it is about the safest option you could possibly take from a consumer standpoint. Am I going to get this? No, because I got K2SO. I don't need that one. But for those that don't have this, cool. But this is the easiest way for you to earn some money and capitalize on your Star Wars license. I just didn't like it, man. I just feel like this is the safest bet that you could possibly take. You got to try a little harder than this.
Right. Gotcha. I totally understand, man. Yeah. And I've heard a lot of mixed results on this figure, mixed reactions rather, just because, yeah, it is very, very safe. But at the same time, it's like a reissue I guess people want. It's kind of like the Mark, you know, a Mark 5 or Mark 47 or one of those, right? It's kind of just like a very, you know, simple thing. But
to me, the weird thing is, like, I know Book of Boba Fett was kind of a mixed emotions for people that really liked it. For some people really hated it. That's fine. But when you're talking about that series, because that's what this figure is branded as, it's Book of Boba Fett. So that's an issue, okay? So when you literally have one figure from Book of Boba, technically two. One, Fennec Shand is officially under Book of Boba Fett, okay? You have the quarter scale Book of Boba Fett. This is the best you can come up with for your 1/6 scale for your Book of Boba Fett figures. I really think you could try a little bit harder. I mean, people wanted Black Chrysanthemum. People have been wanting. I mean, I would even guess people want maybe even some like the Rancor Keeper. You know, for example.
right.
This is lazy in my opinion. I know it's a hot take, whatever. Because you already got these molds, and I'm sorry, my dog's barking.
It's all good.
These molds are already available. It's a reprint, essentially, and you're capitalizing on something that somebody already wants. It's a great business move. It's a poor collecting move, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. I totally understand. So, Lou, how do you feel about this figure, man? Are you feeling kind of mixed about it like Kiko is?
No, actually, I'm one of the people who missed out on this figure because I came late into the game, and I will have an opportunity to get me a kind of a K2SO representative, you know, for a final battle scene, if you will, from, you know, Rogue One. So that's how I'm going to use him for. And for me, it's okay. It's a safe move because we're getting closer and closer into more Star Wars territory. Speaking of this week, we're gonna have, you know, the Obi-Wan show coming up. So that's more stuff to be announced. So I think to not address Queen Studios' Joker, it's more of let them do them and play in their pond, their side of the pond, because here in this side of the pond, we're still doing what we do. And it's a safer business move, but it's also still something that we can have in our collection because to see this image in the Book of Boba Fett in one of the best, if not the best episode in Book of Boba Fett is when you see Mando and you get this story. You see this Judgment Day appearance, and we all wanted to know how did it turn out. And we got that glimpse. We could recreate that glimpse with these figures. And I think it's a good business strategy move. But as a collector, for me who missed out, it's good for me, but not necessarily for the other individuals here who actually own the figure already. And the reason why I say already, it's the same mold, it's just a different paint job with what? A couple of more accessories because I believe he only came with a stand and a gun, the first one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you get a nice base and you get a Mando helmet.
2 guns.
Yeah.
2 guns. Big one and small one. So with that being said, you know, I think as far as a collector goes, it's up to you if you want it, and it's like one of those, how can I put it? It's kind of like a Venompool. You know what I mean? If you're a Venom head and you're a Deadpool fan, you're gonna grab this. If you're into something that stands out, you're gonna grab it. Here, it stands out if you don't own it, and if you still own the other one, it's still gonna stand out because.
Yeah. I get what you mean, Lou, for sure, man. So before I hit you, Mike, on this one, we got a couple of super chats real quick. He said, Mr. Holbrook, thanks so much, Mr. Holbrook. He said, you have another chance to get K2SO when Andor comes on Disney Plus. I think they were saying, though, that that's probably not going to happen. I don't think K2 is in the show. Alan Tudyk, I think, was saying he's not in the show.
Yeah,
Remember
definitely not in season 1, they said.
Yeah. So maybe there's a flashback. There's something, but I would think this would be your chance. Like, if you want this, I would try to say hop on it. But Carlos said this figure's trash. He's like Yukiko. He has no filter, bro, which is great. I love it.
And I'm not trying to steal Mike Collector's thunder by any means, but I think we've been real adamant about the fact is that when you have, I mean, the entire collecting community is talking about this, Queen Studios Joker.
Yeah.
As a company, if I'm a company, you have to answer. This is not an answer. This shows that I'm not going to say it's tone deaf, but it's like I am not in touch with what the collectors want. In a perfect world, I love my Star Wars. That is my number one thing. But in a collector's world, if you are a fan of The Dark Knight or Batman or anything like that, you have to show what you're cooking up. Otherwise, you're going to miss your window, because then you get into like the monopolizing pre-orders and stealing from the market, all that stuff. So you need to think about that. And like, this is the most bizarre intro or giving any type of figure type of thing. This is not what I was expecting from Hot Toys, to be honest.
Understandable. Mike, how do you feel about this, man? I know you're a big Star Wars fan. How do you feel about this KX? Oh, Mike, I think you're muted. Hold on.
Sorry.
Easy to do.
There we go. I like the KX, but after listening to Kevin and Lou, I actually had a couple of thoughts.
Yeah.
And my initial thought is maybe Hot Toys had something else in the works, and then they're like, we're just not ready to show it, but we got to show something this week. And so I have the K2 sitting right next to me, and literally all they needed to do to like take a couple of blogger photos for this thing is just kind of throw on some, couple layers of paint, kind of scuff them up a little bit. Take the Mark 85 battle damage stand, grab a generic
point about the stand.
Yeah. Grab a generic Mando helmet, repaint it, and then voila, you have something to present this week. So
it's entirely possible this was put together in a week and a half, to be honest.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. I mean, it could have just started off as a K2SO and hey, let's weather it up and let's take some cool photos. But to be fair, this is like my favorite image from Book of Boba Fett with the probe droids kind of flying in the air above them. I just love that Judgment Day scene. It's kind of uninteresting, especially after we've been talking about Joker and are we going to get the rooted hair, sculpted hair? We're going to get the single pack, double pack. But you know what? Honestly, I don't think Hot Toys cares at all. They're still making gobs of money, and people are still buying them. And you know what? I'll probably buy one or two, maybe of these anyway. But so they win. But I feel like I wish that Queen would put a little bit of pressure on them, but it's going to take some time before we expect that to happen. But all in all, I think the weathering looks fantastic. I love that gun, but yeah, you could have pieced this together from a couple different things that had in inventory, and there you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely an easy release, but I'm also seeing a lot of comments too, and I agree. And I think they're still going to do it. Had they dropped a Cad Bane, I think what Kiko is talking about, insofar as like the Joker's taking all the spotlight, if you throw a Cad Bane out there, like some of the comments are saying, and I agree, I think that would have helped Hot Toys a lot, because you can take a lot of that spotlight off the Joker and be like, here's a Cad Bane though, and I know y'all want that. So I think they're going to give us that. I think it's just a matter of time before they give us Cad Bane, because one, he's too badass looking. People want the character. Like he's just he had a great presence in a limited amount of screen time. But this is just an easy release for them to do. So I get it. It's a cash grab, but people are going to buy it. So, so it is what it is. I get the business side of it. So, and let's see what Carlos said. Carlos, thanks so much. Kiko, 10K for the Ecto-1. Let me know.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, dude, go for it. All
right. So this is between you, Will, me, and Carlos. Okay.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the 199 bomb. Thank you so much for that. If you want to, 10,000's a little rich for me. I will consider, because I can get the Blitz away. The afterlife version, 1,800 plus shipping, all this. If you want to really talk, 2,500 for your Ecto-1 original, 2,500 final offer. That's my thing. There we go. Officially.
I think he'll take that, Kiko. I think he'll take
2,500. Just being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiko had a little bit to drink, so he's going to be honest here about his offer.
Yeah, because as I told Will before I got on here, yes, I've had a little bit to drink, and and I can't wait to show everybody next week or whenever I'm on here again. I did get one of my favorite purchases. I got a big purchase for the collection. Can't wait to share that with you. Not ready to disclose it yet, But yeah, Carlos, you and I can talk officially. 10,000 is a little steep for me, but we'll chat about the Ecto
About
one.
4 times too steep. Yeah, Kiko. But you're going to be on Friday too, right? On Lights Camera Collect at 5:30, right? My time.
Yes, you and I chatted about that. So I'm 100% for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. And Kiko, do you have time for one more topic?
I have time technically for probably 2.5,
Ooh,
depending on
okay.
how long these go. Yeah.
Okay. So
I hear them joking and laughing downstairs. We're good.
Okay, cool. Let them do their thing then. I want to hit Lou first on this one though, because I want to share something real quick. And of course, there's other sites that we can look at, but I think there's something that maybe we sometimes miss here, right? We want to look at in-stock gems. Like what figures are now in stock shipping from Sideshow, from other places that people are sleeping on. So I don't know if you guys have any in mind. Maybe you've got them in recently. Maybe you were kind of, waffling back and forth on these. Like, what do you think? Like, Lou, is there any figures maybe that you're seeing here, any that you want me to look up that are in stock that people are sleeping on?
Yeah, this Venompool is one of them, but that's still a taste for some people, like I said earlier before, because not many people play the mobile game to know where this iteration comes from, and not many people are into the vinyl rubber covered characters. Now, I've had these for years, the turtles. They're rubber based on the arms and the chest and the lower torso area, but I've never had an issue with mine, other than the fact that mine's came in broken and I did some fixing to it. This is why I'm going to get a second one. I enjoy the figure so much, even though he came in broken and I was able to fix him. I want to get another one that's perfectly fine, just because I'm that much of a savage of a Deadpool fan. But
the smile sculpt's fantastic, by the way. The one that Will's got on
really
the screen,
good.
that smile sculpt is fantastic. As a person who owns this, that's fantastic.
yeah, I have it in the other room. Like we was playing around doing poses and stuff like that, so I wanted the tongue to flare out for what we were doing earlier. But I have this head sculpt in the other room, and if you're gonna get this guy, Sideshow exclusive is the way to go, because that grin is to die for.
Okay. I think that one, that one is free. Okay, that one's still available. The collector's is waitlisted. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so that's one, Lou. Okay, so what about you, Kiko? Is there anything sort of, I'll go back to the page, but I don't know if you know of anything comes off the top of your mind here. Like, is there anything that is in stock that you think people are maybe sleeping on?
Yeah, I was looking through this, and I think you threw it on your thumbnail if you want to scroll through.
Yeah.
So I right there's 2 on there officially. There's the Punisher War Machine, but the number one is Infinity War Thanos. I think when you put that on your thumbnail,
Kiko gets me.
I get you on this, man. So I have Endgame Thanos and I have Infinity War Thanos, and I think these are huge pieces that if you miss those, you will regret it. Because so all of us have grown up through the MCU and got to see the Infinity Saga, and our dogs are going crazy right now.
It's all good.
So all I say when I got the Infinity War Thanos in, I said, this is a special figure. It's big, it's imposing, and when you have a 6-scale version of Thanos, it really stands out in your collection. I understand that he's a little more pricey and he doesn't fit your typical display, but I promise you all, you need a Thanos in your collection. I'm being serious about that, is that if you are a Marvel fan, Thanos needs to be represented in your collection in some way. To me, I think the Infinity War Thanos, this one right here, is the Thanos. The armored one, if you're a photographer like me, it's hard to really capture the in-game armored Thanos just because there's weird angles, the lighting doesn't reflect off the armor just right. But this is the one where no one expected for Thanos to win. Okay, if going back to like the movie, Thanos won in Infinity War. He won, and that was what no one was expecting. He vaporized half the universe, all that stuff. So this is a really cinematic moment, and I think as a collector, it's important to have this version of Thanos because of what he accomplished, and to be able to say, I remember when I was in the theater and I gasped when Black Panther disappeared. I gasped when Bucky disappeared. I gasped when he held Captain, or when he threw that punch and Captain America grabbed the gauntlet, or when he fucked Vision up. That was wild. Okay, so this version of Thanos, I really think 10% off. This is your opportunity to own a really iconic piece, and I really think you need to jump on it. As someone who owns it, and I also own some of the third-party Black Order figures, you need this figure. If you're an MCU fan, you need this figure.
I'm with you on this one, Kiko. That's why I put Thanos in the thumbnail, because I have the Iron Studios Thanos, and it is from Endgame, and I love that one too. But I also absolutely love this Infinity War Thanos. I had the Endgame Hot Toys version, and I greatly preferred this one. Somehow, I don't know how they did this. The sculpt on this one is better. I'm not sure how that happened. It's the same sculpt. Maybe the paint apps are a little bit different. But this Thanos, man, with the gauntlet, I don't know, man. I just think this is, and Infinity War is my favorite movie. So to me, man, this Thanos is absolutely insane. I love everything about it. The fact that this one hasn't moved is shocking to me. 10% off and free shipping. Like, that's pretty. I'm not trying to sell people on stuff necessarily, but if you sleep on this Thanos, man, like, I just, like, all the Thanos are really cheap right now, though. So
all I'll say is this, is that think about Avengers Hulk. Everyone like, it's too big and it's a collection. The original Avengers Hulk, people are paying out the ass for because they want a Hulk representation. That, in my opinion, the Avengers Hulk is the best Hulk that you can get from Hot Toys in the 1/6 scale. If you miss this Thanos, I don't think you'll get another shot at it. Yes, it's a little bit cheaper, is a little bit more affordable right now, but let's think a little bit down the line. I really think if you miss on this Thanos, you will pay down the line. So if you have any thoughts that you want a representation of Thanos in your collection, now is the time to do it. And I'm not shilling for anybody. I'm just saying, as a guy that owns this piece, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. And before I get to you, Mike, on this one, Denobi, what's up, man? I would recommend liking or following Blitzway on Facebook. Perhaps they found an Ecto-1 and may list one for sale in the coming future. It sounds like Denobi has some insider trading going on.
Denobi, you need to message me because I will pay you $5 for the $5 bomb you just dropped if you not chat about this, because I told Dave, my Order 66 junkie, on our podcast this week that I'm officially out on the running for the Afterlife Ecto-1. I want the original. I want the original Ecto-1. So for anybody out there, if you can help me find this, Denobi, I'm asking you, if you can help me with this,
Denobi.
If you can help me with this Blitzway Ecto-1, that's the one I want. So there you go.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. So Denobi, yeah, just hook our guy Kiko up here, and then we'll be straight. Thanks so much, Denobi. Appreciate you, man. Josh McCoy, 199. Thanks so much, Josh. The Quarter Scale Iron Studios Thanos Infinity is a sleeper too. Yeah, I almost bought that one. I have the Endgame one because I just have the Hot Toys of this one already, and I wanted something different. But that Infinity War Iron Studios Thanos and Quarter Scale is really nice too. The gauntlet lights up, all that good stuff. It's badass, bro. DJ dropped a really good comment. The shoulder gap and lower quality of the gauntlet compared to the prototype keeps me away from this. Interesting. The shoulder gap isn't really a huge issue when you have it in hand. You can just kind of move his shoulder up a little bit and it's fine. The gauntlet looks great to me. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but
I'm also the guy who doesn't use batteries in any of mine.
No,
I don't know if that's like a sticking point for some people. Like, hey, I'm going to put these batteries in and hope it looks cool. I don't put batteries in any of my figures. I use my lighting to kind of display my figures, but
yeah.
If you're looking on that screen right now, that like pose, like half arm, that's one of the coolest poses out there, and I love that. And that's the way I have my Thanos posed up. It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, Mike, is there anything in stock right now that you would recommend people take a second look at?
Oh, first of all, now I have that Thanos in my cart.
Mike, dude, Mike's the ultimate enabler and enabled. So, you know,
it doesn't take much. Well, I have the battle damage Thanos, and I do love that one. But you made really good points. I mean, that's a Thanos that won, and yeah, you're right. It's when it is gone, it's going to be gone, and prices are going to shoot up. Anyway, okay, so I'll probably have that before the night's over.
You got him, Kiko.
But yeah, thank you.
Make sure you use that affiliate link.
Yeah, go ahead and send me one. I'm still surprised that the IG-11 is still available.
Okay.
And Mandalorian, very popular. I thought they made like a limited amount of these IG-11s. And I thought they were going to go to waitlist pretty fast, but it's still there and it's still available to add to cart. And, a couple things I like about this IG-11 is that there's some die-cast components. It's just like that Thanos. It's not big and imposing, but it's tall. It's lanky. It's almost as big as the K2SO. You can substitute for IG-88. You could have a generic IG
droid. It's a million times better than the IG-88 from Sideshow, by the way.
Oh yeah, it is way better, 100 times. you know, people have multiple speeder bikes, and so I have an IG-11 on a speeder bike. You know, but what if I want to set up a diorama? Maybe get another IG-11 for that. You know, the lights are nice. It comes with some pretty good accessories. The chest little bomb thing's pretty cool. So I'm surprised this hasn't sold out yet, but maybe they made more than we were expecting, just because it is the Mandalorian. But you know, when something like the Remnant Trooper goes pretty fast and this is still hanging on, it just kind of makes you think a little bit.
Yeah, it is, man. Dude, this figure is so underrated. It's so underrated. Like it's just the engineering involved and just his presence on his shelf. Like once you put the little bandolier thing on him, which isn't too difficult, you just kind of got to move the arm a little bit. It's weird that it doesn't come assembled that way. Like I would think they would just box it up with the bandolier on. Maybe there was a reason they didn't, but I was so nervous when I put it on the first time. I was like, man, I hate adding accessories to figures like that. Like it makes me nervous.
You know why they added it, right? Because when he was a service droid, a nurse droid, he didn't have the bandoliers on.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha. That's why. Yeah, I get what you mean, man. So, is there anything else in stock that you can think of that people are sleeping on?
Kiko said it. Punisher War Machine. He's actually coming to my house on Tuesday, maybe earlier, depending on UPS if they get off their cheeks. This is going to be one of those figures that people are going to kick themselves for not getting this when it's hot. It's already they had like a 30% off and free shipping during Halloween last year.
Wow.
So no brainer. I picked up and got on it. And this is gonna go great with my armorized Deadpool. Because I already have him on lock with the special arm cannon. So to have this Punisher War Machine and Iron Deadpool together on the same shelf, that just speaks music to my ears of beautiful die cast with two characters that I love in Iron Man suits. So it's like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
And I hate to dominate this conversation, but I'm on limited time. So I just want to say
Go for it, bro.
This is funny because like a year and a half ago when this first came out, because my go-to spot, Will, I was texting you about this, where I picked up my big piece. Coming soon. I contacted them about a year and a half ago, and I said, "Hey, I saw you guys had the Punisher War Machine in stock. Do you have that anymore?" They're like, "No, it's sold." Okay, I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I've been watching this figure specifically. So then they got another one in, and when they were having like a special, like anniversary sale, whatever, oh, that's what dressing cosplay, you get 10% off. I'm like, okay, cool. I put my Mandalorian helmet on. I went into Replay Toys here in Tennessee, and I was able to get 10% off this figure. I was like, I need this figure. I was in this week just checking around Replay Toys, and this guy I was listening, and they said, "Hey, do you have that Punisher War Machine?" And they're like, "No, it's not here." This is a figure that people I think people sleep on, but people low key really want, because it covers a variety of things. It covers your Iron Man, War Machine type figures, but it also covers the diehard Punisher type figure. It's multifaceted, which is fantastic. And once again, owning this figure, I can tell you, it is an incredible, incredible piece. So if it's on Sideshow right now, if you think you may want this, do not hesitate, because when it's gone, it's going to be gone, and you're not going to be wanting to pay the aftermarket prices on these things.
Yeah. Afterlife. You got Ghostbusters on the mind, bro.
I do. I'm thinking about that Ecto-1. Help me, people.
Carlos, help this man out. Come on now. Or Denobi, somebody. But yeah, it's funny. Like the Endgame figures too are just sitting. Like they just even Cap, like Rex is out there too, for that matter. One of the figures, one of the figures too that I think, if I was made of money, they showed the Hawkbuster there. If I had the Hawkbuster, that would be something I would totally get.
Definitely. He's next.
Yeah, because he's incredible. They got the Iron Patriot, like all these Endgame figures, bro. Like they are just all on the shelves.
It's weird because we're like 3 years removed from Endgame, and we still haven't got the full line out. I know that people started getting their delay notices from Loki, I suppose. The full line isn't even out there. But I mean, for people that are consumers of the movies and things like that, fun fact is that I got married on Endgame weekend. Our actual wedding, our wedding invitations say Kevin and Amy Endgame because we got married on the day Endgame came out.
No way.
I'm being
Awesome.
serious. I'll
That's
send it to you.
awesome, dude.
And so I will always remember that, Endgame is a part of our, relationship. And so when we came back from our honeymoon, we went to go see Endgame. But all that to say is that, Endgame was the zenith of a lot of Marvel collecting. And a lot of these figures are out there. And I think that it's weird because you've had 3 years since the release of the film. Is the hype still there? But then you have people that I really want to have these, but I think that they've really done themselves a disservice by really delaying some of these. There's no reason at this point Loki should not be in our hands. I'm just being honest. There's no reason that Loki should not be here. It's been 3 years at this point. And I have to question what the hell is going on with that.
Gotcha. I totally understand, man. Yeah, and it's this Loki, man. I had to show it just because it's the Loki, and it should be coming out near the end of the year. But I cannot wait for this one, man. That's the figure.
Must-have.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of good figures out there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Sideshow. You can buy from anywhere you want. There's so many figures sitting out there right now. This is one I know, Mike, you said you had this Battle Damage Thanos. This is one I've looked at quite a bit because I do really like it. But I know you can get it a lot cheaper elsewhere. So I'm gonna wait until this one gets really, really cheap. And then maybe try to pick it up. The one thing I've been looking at, and I know you guys have heard about this a lot, is the Batpod. See, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? 'Cause I know, Kiko, you're a big Dark Knight fan. I'm getting the Tumbler and I'm getting the Batman himself, the DX19. But I don't know how I feel with this Batpod. Do you guys think this is a worthy purchase?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. No explanation. Yes, get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the DX12. I have the original, I guess, Dark Knight Rises Batman. To me, no need for the 19. I mean, I got that situated. I don't think they can really improve on it. To me, I'm not going to display the Christian Bale head, the Christian Bale head. To me,
Yeah.
I mean, I want the Batman figure. That's the thing. But with this Queen Studios Joker coming out, I mean, you think about the iconic street scene with the Batpod, Batman, and Joker. I mean, you may want this piece. And I've said, if this shows up at Replay Toys, if you're listening to me, if this shows up in stock, I'll probably get it, but I'm not going to actively pursue this one.
Gotcha. Totally understand. Well, guys, let's move on to the next topic then. I want to ask you guys a serious question here. So we've talked about a lot. I think a lot of us, I don't know if all of us, we still pre-order some things, but we don't pre-order everything maybe like we used to back in the earlier days. Maybe even a year or 2 years ago. We were pre-ordering a lot more, and now we really don't. So I wanted to ask you guys, what collectibles do you pre-order in the NoPo age? I know statues, limited edition, Ecto-1, something like that. Queen Studios Joker, you have to pre-order, right? But other than that, are you guys pre-ordering Hot Toys anymore? I want to start with you, Mike, on this one. Do you pre-order stuff?
I think only if it's something I'm super excited about, and maybe if it's like a Sideshow exclusive or something like that. I mean, obviously, you just went over all the ones that you have to PO because I just PO'd the the Queen Studios Joker because they only gave you a 3-day window for their rooted hair set, right? So did that. But if there's like the last PO I was really excited about for Hot Toys was the Boba 2-pack, which was a year ago, and now it's right here in a box ready to be opened up. But not really. But I also have different sources where I get Hot Toys from, like John Hensley and a couple other people. So not really. I mean, it has to be maybe a Sideshow exclusive and something I just really, really like. Oh yeah, that's that was really good.
That's the one, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting on this too, Mike. I know you have it in hand, but I'm waiting on mine. I got it from another shop and they're shipping it sometime soon, I think. But
well, the other thing I realized, Will, was that I had some Sideshow cash, and actually I do need to spend some Sideshow money. So keep telling me things. But the only thing that really sells out before the estimated date are like Prime 1 statues, maybe exclusive, different exclusive things, but hardly ever. Prime 1, third scale statues are the only things that are selling out. The PO essentially. Can you guys think of anything else?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It-
Like you said, the Legolas thing, for example, is like
Mhm.
an example, or Gandalf, where we have to, because only 250. That's it. You're making 250. So, but other
Yeah.
than that, you're right, Mike. I mean, I don't see much incentive to pre-order Hot Toys anymore. Lou, how do you approach this?
I approach it if there's a time limit for an exclusive, just like anything else that has a time limit, like the Joker, which I wasn't able to get the rooted hair, unfortunately. But I think I may have like one or two people that wants to go halfsies on me, so maybe I could flex in and get both halves and fill them in. Let's see if I can muscle that in. But unfortunately, I didn't get that. But the armorized Deadpool with the special exclusive arm cannon accessory, I thought that that was a nice little inclusion to the figure itself, and you had a window of about a week
Mm,
to hit that pre-order button, and it was a no-brainer for me to do that. So everything else, not really. So I think the only two things I had on pre-order that I'm paying off that isn't released yet is Cable and the classic suit Spider-Man. Other than that, everything else is payment plans for things that are already out and in the warehouse. So like I don't feel there's a need unless it's an exclusive that's time limited, time sanctioned, and that should be the way to go. You don't want to pre-order everything because if your budget doesn't fit in with what you desire, and if you can't afford to get it right then and there, you might as well play back because Hot Toys is playing the Hasbro game right now where they're doing abundance of toys where you can purchase whenever you want until they're not there no more.
right, right. And I see what you mean, Lou, about that. Like one example I think people can always flock to is Cyborg, if I can find him. Because the fact that he comes with that second head sculpt, right? So that's a good example where pre-ordering probably would be valuable, even though he's still up, which is the interesting part, right? Like you said, Lou, maybe if they have a situation where they give you 5 days, right? They do 5 days, you get this exclusive item. It has to be something good, though. They just give you like an extra hologram. That's not enough to get me to pre-order, right? But if you give me an extra head sculpt, that's different. Because if you're giving me this secondary head sculpt here that I probably won't use, let's be real, but I do like to have it. So, Kiko, how do you approach this type of thing? Do you pre-order any more with Hot Toys?
This is a really interesting topic, and maybe even a sensitive topic for some people.
Yeah.
So someone asked me this week. They're like, "Hey, I haven't got my Ahsoka email." I was like, "Well, I haven't either." They're like, "Wait, you actually pre-ordered Ahsoka?" I'm like, "Yeah, like 2 years ago, I pre-ordered Ahsoka, and that's the way it was." And then I found out about Hong Kong resellers, and I started going that route. And transparency between all of us, I've not been real thrilled with some of the transparency, the openness, the I hate to be this way, truthfulness about what's going on over there. I felt a little bit played, to be honest. And I said, okay, I'm not going down this route anymore. I'm not paying, truthfully, I'm not paying $400 for Ahsoka when I got her pre-ordered for $250 on Sideshow. It doesn't make sense to me. And you are not offering me any option to make that worthwhile for me. For all that to say, like, what type of collectibles do I pre-order? At this point, like, I have like 3 or 4 left on Sideshow for pre-order. But at this point, you don't need to pre-order because at this point, wait for them to announce it, to release it, because we're sitting like a 2-year wait, kind of for Hot Toys specifically, not Queen Studios. I'm really hoping they work on that. But you're looking like 2 years for some of these figures, and I'm like, okay, let's see what they look like in hand, and if I like them, I'll either get them from a Hong Kong reseller, or go to Sideshow and put my order in, and I'll be fine, and I'll get mine. But right now, there's no incentive to pre-order. There's no incentive to continue to buy from Hong Kong resellers, honestly, because if Sideshow does this thing where they're trying to do their simultaneous releases, I know that's kind of like a hot button topic right now, and we haven't really figured that out because of shipping and the way the world is right now. Maybe in a perfect world that works out, but I'm not willing to chalk over an extra $150, $20 or $150, $200 at this point to get something 30 days early.
Right.
So prove me wrong in these next, few months. Give me a reason to pre-order. I have no reason to pre-order.
Right. Right. I'm with you. Yeah. They got to incentivize us in some way because right now there is no incentive. And what are people going to do? They're going to react and adapt to the market and the circumstances, and they're not going to pre-order. So it's the same way, man. That's why, like with Toys Wonderland and other places that have been saying like, oh, we'll give you 15% off if you pre-order, right? That's the reason, because no one's pre-ordering right now. And like you said, Kiko, I do feel like with what Sideshow and other companies are doing in terms of like saying, hey, we're going to get these figures earlier now. You're kind of, the Hong Kong resellers, the way they're reacting is lowering their prices, because that's the way to combat this. Because before they could charge whatever they wanted because it was 60
And that's
days.
really telling if you ask me. And I'm like, okay, you're kind of tipping your hand by showing me the way that you're reacting to the market. And that's not real encouraging for me to want to kind of invest, 100% in that. So maybe that's just me, but I think you all are on the same board.
Right. No worries, man. Absolutely. And guys, I want to address a couple super chats here real quick before we move on to the next one. Carla said, IPO all Iron Man, buy them all. They're all gems. Carlos is the true Iron Man buyer. Thanks so much, Carlos. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, appreciate you, man. As always. Yeah, absolutely. So Cobra's collection. Thanks so much, Cobras. Appreciate you, man. Can no longer pre-order anymore due to the DeLorean and Afterlife Ecto coming out. Need to save funds. Oh yeah, you got your hands full with those too. Get your hands full. Not to mention, I already have 4 orders. Yeah. See, I've been really excited because I have a pre-order list and I've been slowly whittling it down to less and less and less. And I'm really excited because I want to get to the point where it's no pre-orders that are not fully paid off. So that's the goal. So that's why, like I said, people need to be cognizant of that stuff, Lou and Mike, just because like it's easy to dig yourself a hole when you're not sure. You can pre-order a lot of stuff. You don't want to lose your deposit. So now just give yourself the flexibility. And, payment plans are always good too. I like those. Anthony, thanks so much, Anthony, man. Wish you could be here, but this is the hottest Sunday night stream. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. Sorry I couldn't make it tonight. Real recognizes real. Keep on keeping on, brother. Thanks so much. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. That's Anthony for you.
Rolling.
Yeah, exactly. See, Lou gets it. Lou gets it. Guys, I want to hit another topic here. This is something I think maybe we don't ask ourselves enough. And Mike and I maybe we're talking about this a little bit behind the scenes. Do we have a goal with our collecting, like a purpose? Because sometimes I think we can be akin to like the Joker says, a dog chasing cars, right? That's how we are with collecting. We just see something we like, we go for it. We wouldn't know what to do if we caught it, if we meet the end game, right? So do we have a purpose with our collecting? Does it ever really end? And I want to ask you, Mike, first on this one. Like, do we ever keep that in mind, or do we just go after, we very impulsive? We go after the things we like.
Extremely impulsive. And
did you buy that Thanos yet?
No, but I bought what we were just talking about, the armored which one? Yeah. The armored Punisher. I just bought that.
Okay. You get an applause.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was looking at that for a long time. It's
I didn't realize you had a soundboard, Will, by the way.
Yeah, I do, man. I got music, I got everything. See? The flute music is always a popular one, so.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
No, you're good. So yeah, it's extremely impulsive because you wake up in the morning, you check your phone and, oh my God, look at this new thing. Look what Queen Studios just dropped, or look what Hot Toys just dropped. And you PO something and you're like, okay, what's next? And you get something else that's hot and it's like, okay, what am I going to sell to make room for? So at least for me, I see no end goal. I see evolution, at least with my collection. And I see evolution with a lot of people's collections. And that's kind of why I started my group, just shameless plug, is because I didn't know a lot of these things and all the different scales. And I didn't, I was exclusively Star Wars. And if you asked me a year ago, or 2 years ago, where your collection is going, it's just Star Wars stuff. But now it's a little bit of everything. And, it became that way because the deeper you get into this hobby, the more people you meet, like you guys, you talk about stuff, you share stuff, and you're like, damn, that's cool. And it brings back the nostalgia from when you were a kid. And like those turtles, I don't have any Ninja Turtles in my collection, but damn, I really need some Ninja Turtles because I grew up on that stuff. Yeah, it looks so good.
Power.
It does look really good, though.
I need a shredder. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I have shredder.
Send it over.
I'm not sending it over.
Send it, Lou. Send it.
I'll open them.
Is there a purpose? I think the purpose for me, at least, is just to kind of escape reality for a little bit, to enjoy the nostalgia and really to just create a display that's beautiful, that I enjoy, looking at and sitting around and being amongst, and just again making friends in the community. So as long as people keep buying and selling, and these companies keep innovating and making stuff that we want, I'm gonna keep going. Unless prices get extremely ridiculous, which they may be getting there, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm with you, but I do have to hit Mike. You make a lot of good points. Kiko, you're a true influencer tonight.
Yeah,
you've earned the title of influencer. So, but anyway, yeah, Mike, I'm with you, man. I think you make a lot of really good points. I don't know if we ever think about it that intently, because if we ever set a goal for ourselves and say, I'm going to get this and then stop, it's not, I don't think it's realistic. I think we can set that for ourselves, but then a week later you're like, oh, but they announced Cad Bane. So, or they announced the Queen Studios Joker, and I'm in on that, right? So that's what happens. So I guess maybe our purpose, like you said, Mike, I'm with you. The purpose is really just to escape reality, immerse yourself into something that you love and that you can find a connection with because you really love the content or the character or connected with you on whatever sort of level, right? But I think really the goal is to build something that makes you happy. Like collecting is just escapism, right? I'm sure you guys would agree. But how do you feel about this, Kiko?
I mean, that's a great point, and thank you for coming to me on this, because I think that you have to ask yourself what brings you joy, not what brings somebody on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Because I think you and I have talked about this, Will, is that so many people be like, okay, I'm going to get this so I can show it off to my people on Facebook and my Facebook groups.
Right.
Why? For fake points on the internet, it doesn't make sense to me. So for me, as a goal for my purpose, is that I want to represent in my collection the things that represent me. So I think I recently told some of my friends I'm looking at you right now, is that I want some of the 3-0 turtles, because the turtles represented my childhood. I want Star Wars, I want Marvel. I want to dial back a little bit on the DC, but keep the Dark Knight, because the Dark Knight means something to me. So I really think as a collector, you really need to ask yourself, why am I collecting this? Am I putting it simply so I can say and take a picture and post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook and say, hey, look at me. I'm a collector. I got the new hot thing. If that's not the case, then you're in the wrong game, because there's a lot of things you can, dedicate your resources and your money to. And if you are not in this is not for you, then don't waste your money on that type of thing. But for me, I want to have encapsulate, kind of like what you said, an escapism and an encapsulation of what my interests are. That's what's ultimately going to come down to, is that when someone comes to my house, like I said, I got people downstairs you can hear them right now. I got people downstairs like giggling and stuff. I want, when they come up to my collection, hey, what is this piece? Why does it mean something to you? If I can't answer why any of these pieces mean something to me, then you're in the wrong collecting zone. You need to be able to explain, hey, I got this because this figure means something to me. I got this statue because it means something to me. That is, I think, the zenith of collecting, is that you have to have an attachment to it, and you have to explain why it means something to you. Don't get shit just because somebody else has it, or because you have to impress somebody on the internet, because the internet is nothing. Get something and it does something for you.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%, man. That's exactly why Mike and I bought this Legolas. This is why we did this. Because this Legolas, man, for one, it's beautiful. And two, man, just Lord of the Rings is classic to me. I'll always love Lord of the Rings. I remember when I first saw it, I was with my friends, my family, and it was just a beautiful experience. And watching them again now, man, it's incredible, this trilogy. But Lou, man, I know you're a man with a plan. You're the man with the plan. How do you approach this, Lou? How do you approach collecting in general, man? What's your philosophy?
I'm a dog chasing a car. Don't know what I'm gonna do when I get it, baby. That's just the way it is. Here's the thing. I don't have a plan when it comes to collecting. I buy what I'm attracted to. I have pretty much almost every iteration of the Turtles, not repaints per se, but every iteration. So I have my NECA stuff from the films, the cartoons. I'd skip the video game one because I don't need pixelated version repaints of what I already have.
I mean, you're wearing the shirt. That's a huge step.
Well, it's not pixelated. It's the animated stuff. You know what I mean? I got pizza on my head. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'm a turtle head to the day I die. But, when it comes to what I possess in my collection. It's what I want to represent of what I enjoy. So it's like it's not for anyone else, it's just for me. But the fact that on platforms like yours and everyone else's that we are associated with, we get to share and indulge in like-minded or different opinion styled collectible figures or statues, because right now we're looking at Legolas and it is awesome, but you're not going to get me to buy it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Maybe one day,
It
Lou.
is beautiful. I can appreciate it from afar, just like your Pennywise bust. I can appreciate it from afar, but as a collector of figures, like I still have a lot of these little Marvel Legend figures, around. I love playing with toys. That's my thing. And look at the big guy right here. You look at him. Look at him.
I know,
My
bro.
man.
He's just throwing out shout outs.
I'm just shout out to my man WillFoxification. Shout out to my man Mike is in the building. So glad to see Mike, and Kiko's back from vacation. Got the tag on. My guy is back in the building.
Yeah,
This is a mother party tonight, bro. I'm so happy to be here. Sorry I'm late, but I've been playing double duty all day, man. I'm sleepy as shit.
Good,
but you know what? We got Kiko, we got Mike, we got Logo Lou, we got Pretty Feet Will. Let's go, man.
That's me.
Let's
That's
go.
what they call me. WillFoxification. Don't forget.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Sorry, Lou. Go ahead, though.
Baby.
Yeah. So as a big kid, as I like to call it, I never grew up out of action figures. Never grew up out of it. It's just that my collection grew. So growing from the small scale stuff to a high quality of or 1/12 scale stuff into that's my wife right there. She knows it. That's why I'm getting the figure. That's why I'm getting the figure. I already told my wife, and she said yes, you can get it. It's fine, So I got the approval. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So that means Star Wars will be in my collections very, very soon. Birthday's around the corner. I got a lot of birthday money to be spending. You know what I mean? But
That's how you do it.
Toys. Toys. You gotta play with your toys, show off your toys, and enjoy your toys. And if you want to exchange it, like what was stated earlier, to cycle in new stuff, cycle out old stuff, that's your prerogative. If you're keeping everything, like my guy over here, you know what I mean? My guy over here, he keeps everything he got. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
I can't.
Don't sell, and I don't sell either unless it's
especially if it's Star Wars. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars will never leave my collection. Stop playing. What you say?
I want that Gen Urso though.
Stop playing. What you say?
I want
that Gen Urso, bro. Sell it.
Did you just curse at me? Does Leo have to smack a bitch?
Is that the choke a bitch?
Hell no, bro. That Gen Urso will never leave this cabinet. She only comes out if I need to show people some stuff and flex. But other than that, no, that's not gonna happen.
And that's what I mean by collecting.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's true, bro.
What we do.
Braden, by the way, is trying to get Queen Studios to make a figure of me. So
WillSexification. That's funny, man.
Only day one pre-order. It's true. It's true, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll do it. And Hugh, Mike is trying to get you to buy some. Or Mike, I think everyone's trying to get you to buy XM Maestro.
Maestro Hawk.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That's
tempted.
a beast.
I'm tempted, but that price.
Yeah,
Leo, by the way, we convinced while you were away, we convinced Mike convinced himself to get the Punisher, the Hot Toys version, the War Machine Punisher.
War Machine.
What a War Machine Punisher, bro. You will love it.
I can't wait.
You will definitely love it, bro. It's a work of art, bro. Because the thing is, it's a one-off. We always talk about those one-off figures, man. It's a one-off, but at the same time, here's the thing: the head sculpt with the lights lit. If you like the matte, bro, the helmet with the red, the vibrant red, whoo, bro, it's a piece. It is. It's a big boy, like straight up, but it's worth it. Yeah. I will never part with it, so you can't have my assignment.
Wow.
Leo, I have to ask you this question.
What's
man.
up? Yes,
because,
I'm hitting her.
And I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up.
Her?
If I don't know if I spelled her name right. I think I did, right?
Fennec?
Yeah, there she is. Okay, so I'm pulling up Fennec because Leo, I need to ask you a question here.
Three.
We're basically yeah, I know.
Three
right?
of them.
The reason I'm curious is because we are asking ourselves, do we have a purpose with our collecting? Or are we a dog chasing cars? Like, are we like a dog in terms of like, we see something we like, we go after it. We don't think. We're impulsive. Is that how we do it? Or is that how you do it? Or do you are you very thoughtful about what you get for whatever reason? Do you
I'm
have
extremely thoughtful about it, bro, because here's the thing is like, it has to say something to your collection. It has, the thing is for me, I collect based off of what I have and if it goes with the theme, if it goes with
Yeah.
what I'm getting. I'm not going to just, for me, collect something here. Sorry, Mario's not on here, but I'm sorry, Mario. But for me, that Godfather figure doesn't fit anything in my theme. It's as amazing as it is, it just doesn't fit. It's not something that I would actually want. For me, it does have to fit the theme, especially what I'm going for. So I'm not impulsive off that point. Like, for instance, we were talking about this off camera. I have a chance to get a grunt. Mike, check this out. Kiko, check this out. I have a chance to get a grunt for 105 ship. Should I do it?
A short trooper, yeah.
Yes.
Short
Yeah.
troopers.
Yeah.
look at
Kiko's like, hell yeah.
Mike was like, you asking that, bro? Really?
The monies make sense. Come on, bro.
105 ship. So I have to do it, bro. It's just a no-brainer. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, it just makes sense to do that. But yeah, for me, it has to say something to me. This Finnick, bro, I enjoy the character. I love the character. I love what we got from her. That episode of the tragedy from Mandalorian. I love basically what listen, as torn as I was for the Book of Boba, that final scene of her in assassin mode was crazy. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, see, this is why I want this figure. What we got from her, even from the rescue last episode of Mandalorian season 2, it was incredible. So I mean, it just makes sense. Now you're probably wondering, is it impulsive for me to get 3? No, because I have a reason why I'm getting 3, because it's going to fit the scheme of what I'm doing for each cabinet, each level. That's just mainly what I'm doing. So I think, you know what, if you have a vision, it's completely fine. But the thing is, if it's something, don't be pressured and against something that you really necessarily don't need. You know what I mean? Kiko says this all the time. If you don't need it, why get it? You know what I mean? Only get something that is going to sit well with you, that you have a connection to, and something that you really love. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for the hype, because you'll end up getting something. And then we know there's some people that would tell you to get certain things, and then you'll end up seeing them selling it all. You'll be like, yo, what the hell? Why'd you tell me? So you know what I mean? So don't do that. But I think, like I said, it has to speak volumes. And that's how I collect. It has to speak for you, your collection. And at the same time, you gotta be smart with what you're buying, and how much money you're spending, budget well. But again, like I said, I mean, yeah, I have a goal. My goal is for my collection to look sexy. So I think 3 of these will make my collection look sexy. You know what I mean? Just like Mike put up those. So let me tell y'all something. Kiko, take this out, bro. All I said this morning, bro, was like, good morning. How's everybody's Sunday morning going? You know what Mike does? He flexes on me.
Yeah.
He flexed on me with that Revan statue, bro.
Yeah.
He flexed on me with Revan and Malik. He was like, I was like, yo, for real, is this what you gonna do? Is this what we doing this morning, man? Like, you gonna really show me that, bro?
You asked how was your Sunday morning. That was my Sunday morning.
That was his response.
It was great.
Yo, really flexed on me this morning, man. I was like, all right, man, I see how you doing, bro.
Will has been bullying me on Revan for the past 3
bullying
weeks.
you.
By the way, just saying.
More like making your life better, Kiko.
Bro, that Revan, bro, I cannot wait. It'll be here. It's coming.
Mine's
2
ready
more
for that.
payments and it'll be here. Don't worry about that.
But
But I had to pay off Wonder Woman first, though. I did pay off Wonder Woman first. I had to get her out the way.
Oh, that's understandable. Yeah.
That's understandable.
Are you getting Malik also, Leia, or just Revan?
No, I just got Revan. But see, I think what Mike was doing was saying I need to get Malik.
It wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
But now that's it, man. I mean, if with purpose, I mean, I think you just got to be smart, but it has to say something to you. Don't because I see this all the time, bro. And we all see it out in the community, whereas somebody's always saying mail call, right? And a mail call is a figure that somebody might have recently talked about. And it's like, I always question, like, is it really something that you wanted to get, or did you hear somebody else say you should get it? And are you doing it just because you want to make yourself look good or whatever? Because if you're doing it for that particular reason, you're going to cash yourself out the game. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Just get it because it speaks to you. There's figures that I have, and I was talking about this even last night, figures that I have that no one has ever seen yet. And I probably won't even let you see it. I've done no reviews on it. It's just something that I actually wanted, and it's going to look good aesthetically with what I have. But I got it because it sits personal with me. not because somebody else told me to do it. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what we got to kind of keep in mind. And I think all of us as collectors, you know, we have our personal approach of how we actually do certain things. I knew you were going to pull up that. For some reason, I knew that's what you were doing.
I know, but I couldn't escape us showing this. So, because there's a question I need to ask, Leo, and I want to start with Kiko on this one because I know he's got to run soon. He's got a dinner to get to. So,
yeah, you know, Kiko, come on, how much did you pay? What was in the budget?
It was a lot, bro. I don't want to say it live, but it was a lot, bro.
I had to just came off vacation too, so
and he got a
he's trying
percent
to
of the super chats and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
see, he's trying to re-up. He's trying to re-up. He
yeah,
came back from vacation, so he's trying to re-up.
He says I bully him about Revan. He bullied me on this negotiation.
I see what you're doing.
So, you know. Yeah. So, Kiko, I want to ask you real quick, man. I have a question here about Hot Toys because Hot Toys clearly is overwhelmed right now. They're very behind. They have a lot of figures they haven't put out yet. They have a lot of things they haven't even announced yet. Toby and Andrew, Hawkeye figures, Cad Bane, so much that we could talk about here, right? This Loki's obviously been delayed. So if Hot Toys continues to be overwhelmed like this, what do you think this means for us collectors? Are we going to flock to more Queen Studios? Are we with shorter wait times? Are we going to maybe go into statues? Like, are we going to just pre-order less? What do you think like the domino effect is of Hot Toys being so overwhelmed?
That's a great question to ask, and I don't know if I have the right answer. I really don't, because from a business perspective, I understand that you want to continue pumping things out to keep your customer base excited and interested. But at the same time, as a consumer and as a business owner and all those things, is that you have to deliver for your clients. And at this point, to me, I feel like a lot of people are looking like, okay, Hot Toys, you're not delivering anything. So I'm going to go to other parties that are going to deliver. Now, Queen Studios have not released anything yet. We've only seen product photos. We've seen, their pre-orders and all the preliminaries. Okay. We've not had anything in our hands, but Queen Studios are standing by the fact, hey, you're going to get this Joker by the end of the year. And if that's the case, then that really puts the screws to Hot Toys to say, okay, look, they put out an announcement and they got things in people's hands in 6 to 8 months. Hot Toys is, I hate to say this, is being, like ragdolled and made fun of, that it's taking, when you make an announcement, you got Loki on the screen. It's been 3 damn years since Endgame came out. Okay. I mean, like as a consumer and as a sci-fi fan, or whatever you want to call it, comic book fan, hype wears off after a while. It does. And so when you are a business and you are trying to capitalize on hype, you put your product out there, you make it available, and you get it in the people's hands. And I don't know the means of production. I don't know the supply chain. I don't know any of that stuff. Yeah. I'm just talking about as a business person. You cannot go 3 years without being able to deliver something to your client base. So all that to say, well, Hot Toys can be overwhelmed? Yeah, because everyone still, you drop that K2SO, you drop a so day one PO, I'm there. and so people keep flocking to that. And Howard Chan and the company sees that. They're like, why change anything? Yeah. Because people keep coming back. Yeah. They keep pre-ordering, they keep buying our shit, and it's not making a difference. And so all I can say is that I don't mean to be negative, and this is the last thing I'll say about this, is I don't mean to be negative, but at some point, a company needs to be held responsible when you don't deliver. Now, Hot Toys is not a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ or anything by that means. So there's no stockholders that make them say, hey, look, we have not had enough things put to production. Our stock is slipping. They don't have any of that. Yeah, and so it's literally us as the shareholders. We are the shareholders. And so if we do not like what we're seeing, you got to stop. I know this is hard to say. This is going to be some real hot takes. You got to stop pre-ordering. You have to stop giving them money to keep, because otherwise that says, okay, it doesn't matter. We're getting our money. They keep pre-ordering. It doesn't matter. Because we can put these things out 3 years from now and people still buy these things. So for me, is that I want to see people say, okay, look, as a consumer, I want Queen Studios I'm talking about. Queen Studios says, okay, here's our Joker. I'll give it to you in 6 to 8 months. Cool. Deliver on that and you got my business. Hot Toys, if you put this Loki out and say, all right, see you in 3 years, I don't even know where I'm going to be in 3. I don't know where I'm going to be in 3 years. I don't know if I'm going to be still here in the state of Tennessee. I don't know if I'll be in America. I don't even know where I'll be in 3 years. And so I feel like that's very, it's assuming, and it's asinine, if you ask me, is that it's taking advantage of collectors resting on the good reputation that they've had over the past 20 years. I think what they've been in business 20, 25 years, is that they are resting on their good reputation. And at this point, you need to exceed your reputation.
Exactly.
Don't just sit there and settle with it, because that's how you die as a company.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. And Kiko, I know you got to run, man. So I appreciate you stopping by and joining all this. Is there anything coming up on the channel that you want to talk about?
Yeah. So as Lil had said, as you had said, so I went on vacation, a couple weeks ago. I really needed that. I needed a refresh. I needed a revamp of me. It was good to get away from all this stuff. And, I purposely have not posted a YouTube video in, I think, 3 weeks. I know that sounds evil for people to say as a content creator, but because, I wanted to just kind of really reset with my family, refresh with my family, so that when I come back, I'm giving you something that I literally want to put out there, and not just putting stuff out for the sake of putting stuff out there. So yes, everyone, make sure to check out my Instagram, my YouTube. Stuff is coming. We have conventions coming up. We have ICCC here in Nashville. We got Star Wars Celebration that we're going to, the Toy Owl podcast.
Yes.
Lots of good shit coming on. So I just need to refresh. I need to unplug and get myself ready to go. So lots of good stuff is coming, people. So don't think this is the end of me, because I'm here right now on WillFoxification show.
Hey,
this is exciting.
Hey.
So, but thanks for having me on, Will. I know it was a little bit hectic today, but
hey, no
I thank you for letting me be with you guys and just share some of my opinions with you. I love you all.
Absolutely, Kiko. Maybe you can convince me. We'll chat, because Star Wars Celebration, I'm still kind of, I don't know.
See, possibly go?
Yeah, well, because I still can. Lael and Carlos and others have been talking to me, and Riley trying to get me to go, but.
So all I'll say is this, and I'll be done. I got to jump after that. Is that so? Me and Dave, Order 66 Jump at Order 66 Junkie, is the guy I do my podcast with, a 12-hour podcast with. We do that bi-weekly. And he said, "Hey, I got some free tickets to Celebration. My wife didn't want to go with me. Do you want to go with me?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go with you." So we're doing the Disney After Dark. We're doing the Star Wars Celebration. I mean, it's been a couple of years in the making. This is really exciting. So as a collector and as a sci-fi fan, this is a cool opportunity. So if you guys can make it out there, come on.
I'm there. I'm already there. I'll be there for 5 days. I'll be there for 5 days.
You'll be there? Okay. Please come see me. Text me, whatever.
Hell yeah.
Drinks on me, my friend. Is that I want to hang out with y'all. That's one of the things that is so cool about conventions and all these things, is that I love having these live streams and chatting on Instagram, all that shit. But being able to see y'all in person, give you all a hug, whatever, shake your hand, whatever. I'm really looking forward to that. So I will be at Star Wars Celebration. I'll be at ICCC in Nashville. The cons are starting up again, everybody. So I will see y'all there.
That's
nice.
What? No kiss?
No kiss? Okay.
It depends how many drinks he's had.
Nah, I want to see if you got the reference.
Kiss on the cheek. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
hey, social
Peter
distance
Bateman.
kiss.
No kiss.
Yeah, we'll do a social distance kiss. No, but Kiko, thanks so much for joining, man. Have fun at dinner, and maybe we'll chat.
Absolutely, you guys. I'll be seeing you all soon. I appreciate you all so much. Leo, get me on your show. I know that we've been talking about that for a minute.
Hold up. Wait. So, Collectors Lounge now, because we do it on Sundays. We do it at 12 p.m.
12 p.m. like noon?
Noon, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my speed, my brother.
Collectors Lounge, we got to get you on there, bro. We do it every Sunday.
And whatever. I'll be there for that. That's my speed. But guys, thank you so much for letting me be with you and hang out with you. I got some queso and some tequila hanging out for me, but I will see y'all.
All right, dude. Have fun.
All right, see
y'all.
Hey, man.
See you later.
All right, Lou. I want to go to you next because you're showing us something cool, man. What do you think, man?
Kiko.
What'd you say?
I was showing Kiko before he left, but
he dipped on you, bro.
I think he was a little too blasted, man. Oh yeah, my shredder.
Ooh, there's that shredder. Okay,
nice.
Because you were selling Kiko on those turtles, man.
Yeah, I know he wants them so bad. I just wanted to throw a little bit of villainy with the heroes because we never got a shredder, which I thought was an awesome shredder. It combined, the badassery of the original shredder with the Iron Man, and I'm like, oh, great! And then gave him some Edward Scissor fists instead of Edward Scissor hands. That was a bad dude, man. I'm just saying. And this is a dope figure, man. I wish he was double jointed, but I'm happy I got him.
Yeah.
The shredder's fire.
Dude, that's badass, Lou. And Lou, how are you approaching this Hot Toys talk though? Like, how are you approaching? Like, are you ordering less or just pre-ordering less, or maybe more? How do you approach it?
I wait until, like I said, if there's incentive for pre-orders, I buy. With the like the armorized Deadpool with the extra piece. You only had about a week to order it, and I hit the button and I start to make payments later August. Yeah, later this August. I'll start making payments on it. But the only other thing that I got was Cable because I know Cable was like in very low pre-orders and he's just a beautiful piece. If you don't get him, you're gonna regret it because like regardless of how tall Cable's supposed to be, we know how short Wolverine was supposed to be, but we got Hugh Jackman and he's a 6-footer dude. You know what I mean? So having an iteration of Cable done so magnificently as Hot Toys did because they flexed it hard on what was it, Toys Era. So I had to get that one at least. But other than that, everything else I'm waiting for it to be in stock. I think all of us collectors that are waiting for it to be in stock are actually gonna bring back what Hot Toys used to be, and that is niche collecting. You get it when it's hot, because when it's not going to be there no more. And Ahsoka's another one.
Yeah, bro.
Don't sleep on Ahsoka.
And this one.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them.
Because we're waiting for this one.
That's already paid off. That'll be here when it's here. Whenever it's released, I'm already ready for.
Hell yeah.
I'm already ready for. But right now it's about her right here.
It is, man. It is, Leo. I hear you on that one. So, Mike, how do you approach this? Because Hot Toys is obviously overwhelmed with this. What do you think that means for us as collectors? Does that have a domino effect for us?
I kind of agree with what everyone said so far, but at some point Hot Toys is going to have to sort of recalibrate when they release something and then when it's going to be in our hands. And I know, okay, we can talk about, docks and shipping and all that stuff. But if, InArt or if, Queen Studios can do it and promise it in 6 to 8 months and make the pre-ordering seamless and, get everyone hyped about it and actually make it worthwhile. Hot Toys, this is what happens when you make tons and tons of money. Why should you change? Right. Well, so
you're right.
People are going to continue to do it. It's okay if Sideshow has extra stock. It's okay if, all these Sideshow derivative sellers have extra stock because, either they'll lower the prices and people will buy it or, I don't know. This is a really tough topic. What the cool thing is that sometimes when these things are delayed for so long, the hype is lost, but then it may come back with like another show or, a sequel or something like that.
Yeah.
So for example, we're going to get Armor Wars, Disney Plus. Right?
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I kind of jumped on that, armored hot toy I got a few minutes ago because Punisher. There you go. I have no brain tonight. Because who knows? Maybe we'll see that. And something else we didn't even talk about is the Spider-Man 2099. That's been sitting on Sideshow for a while, and we got that teaser with Into the Spider-Verse 2. And the minute that teaser dropped, I bought one. So it's sitting in my room somewhere. But I mean, that movie is going to drop pretty soon. And then how many of those are left?
Right.
So Hot Toys, as long as they continue to make money, they're going to do what they want to do, whether we like it or not. And we're still buying stuff. So should we just stop buying stuff?
Not at all, sir.
That's the correct answer.
See, that's the question. And Leia, what do you think this means for us? Like with Hot Toys being so overwhelmed?
I think basically for us, it means a lot. It's so they're really, when I say really overwhelmed, I mean really overwhelmed. But I mean, again, I think what they need to do, and is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be talking in front of Ahsoka. I just wanted to
Yeah, flex, subtle
I
flex.
just wanted to flex and just show you how this box just looks, and this lake who's right here just looks. No, listen, no, seriously.
Been chilling with
Nah.
Anthony a lot, I see.
No, but listen,
clearly.
like, straight up, dead up though. I think what they need to do, honestly, is slow down. Slow down with basically the releases. You know what I mean? With all the releases, we can wait on those releases. Satisfy not releases, your reveals. Slow down with your reveals, but your releases need to focus, because you need to get caught up on that. And the thing is, divvy it out. Like, I think they should have divisions. Have a division that handles Star Wars. Have a division that handles all these other. Because if you just break it up that way, and then you'll probably get stuff done quicker. But slow down. Secondly, transparency goes a long way, because pretty sure if you had a conversation with us, the consumers, if you let us know, like, Howard, I don't know, whatever, let us know, like, look, right now, this is what's actually going down with the pandemic. We understand that we have a lot going on right now, but trust us, we do see you. We do understand things will come. Just be more patient, and we will understand. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us would understand, and we would get it. I just think that, again, right now, they're just, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know what they're pulling right now, bro. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
What Leia, what about the Hawkeye figures? What about, like I said,
Hawkeye,
like Cad Bane,
Cad Bane, like
classic Loki,
Cod Vanth. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't really get that yet. Like, and you showed us that,
bro. Toby and Andrew,
the super battle droid, and Toby and Andrew, stuff like that. The classic suit Spider-Man that you showed us at the very end. Kate Bishop, you still haven't given us a Kate Bishop or Hawkeye. You haven't done that, man. Like, you got all this stuff out there that's waiting. You showed us and teased us with that Baron Zemo, and we didn't get that. And that was one of the easiest figures you could have actually made.
Yeah, that would have been.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you need to slow down. Just slow down. Take your time.
I'm still waiting for a Korg and a Meek. That's what I'm waiting for.
That would be funny, actually. Yeah, that'd be cool.
With a Hawaiian shirt and a headset and a controller saying, what was it? New master is kicking my ass. Yeah, I need that. I kind of need that.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah. And it's really interesting because, it's so hard to say what's going to happen with all this. But I think, Leo, the topic we had before maybe you got here about pre-ordering, I think all of us are pretty much on the same page that we don't really pre-order anymore when it comes to Hot Toys. Maybe a rare case, it's just a figure you want. Like, if it's like Loki for me, for example, or even with Cad Bane, like, as much as I know I'm pretty much going to get that figure, like, I'll probably still wait on it. I'll probably still wait and just get it later.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all changing, man. I have a really interesting question for you guys. This is something totally side note here. Like, I think we've talked about this a little bit before, right? We've talked about, like, with, whether it's a wife or friends or whatever, parents, whatever, like, maybe they don't understand our collecting, but they support it. Do we need that at minimum? That's the question I want to ask. Do we need them at minimum to support it, or at least kind of try to understand it? How do you guys approach that? I know it can vary by the person you're talking about, like wife, girlfriend, your friends, your, parents, like, it can vary, right? How do you guys approach this? So I want to start with you, Mike, on this one. Like, because I don't know what your wife thinks about, say, hey, you buying the Legolas or buying the Gandalf, by the way. I hope she's not watching, but, that kind of stuff. Yeah, she's not. So, well, how do you guys, you don't have to get too personal about it, but, like, do you think that matters? Like, because we all do something that, like, I've talked about in segments, like, sometimes you have to prove that it's normal to people who don't understand it. So, like, having support of that, do you think that matters?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So, Will, you know how my wife feels about me being on podcasts, every single Sunday night and multiple times a week. But we're still working on that part, and she's getting more accepting of that. So,
because I got you in trouble that one night. So that was my bad. My bad.
Wasn't supposed to be on the podcast that night. Anyway, I will say it's taken a couple of years, but now everyone in my family just gets me, like, Sideshow gift cards, and they don't even know what Sideshow is, but they accept it and they do it. And so I take that as a really large sign of acceptance from them. And honestly, with my wife, her biggest complaint is not the collecting itself, because Even though, for those that know my collection, it's insane. I am responsible in the way I collect, sort of, because I'm not just buying, but I'm almost selling at the same rate, as things kind of evolve and change. And so she sees that, and she understands that the collection is kind of like self-perpetuating at this point. But yes, if I did not have her support for it, I wouldn't even be on the show right now. So
yeah, I gotcha.
Tease is true. Tease is true.
Whatever, I think that some people, it took me a minute to figure out, why'd she get upset in the beginning, and it wasn't the actual collectibles, it was all the damn boxes.
The boxes.
The
They take
minute
up space.
Yep, dude. The minute I figured that out, I rented a place that's like across from my work office, and a nice indoor garage, and just all my boxes went there. My second floor, which we don't use because it's just my wife and my son. It used to be all boxes plus my room, and now it's just a house again. And her acceptance level has skyrocketed, I would say. So, occasionally, when I order some Prime 1 and everything comes at the same time, and you're getting like 2 boxes per statue plus a hot toy plus like a custom, and there's like 6 boxes on the front door. And she gets a little annoyed with that, but
Understood.
Yeah, those Prime ones, they are 2 boxes normally, to be fair. So
and right. I have a crap. I was supposed to have, tomorrow she's working, and the Prime 1 Harley and the Prime 1 Batcave are coming, so I'm gonna have to get those indoors before there's you can't get through the front door.
Prime 1 Batcave.
Was it the Hush version?
Yeah, the Hush. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario has that one, I think.
Yeah,
I think so. But yeah, you can't do this without the support of your spouse or your significant other, or whoever it may be. You need some kind of support. It's like Collectors Anonymous, I guess.
Right. Yep. That's why I ask the tough questions.
Yeah, you need support.
And yeah, exactly. I get what you mean. And I want to address the super chats real quick before I get to you, Leia. Luminar in the house. Luminar, so good to see you.
Yes.
What figures will hot? Yeah, she said, what figures will Hot Toys make from X-Men 97? I don't think that's happening, personally. It would be great.
Sideshow would do it.
Yeah.
Sideshow would more do so than anything, because they do have the license for it, definitely, and they've shown capability that they could do something like that, especially considering the simple fact that, they are giving us the Clone War, Star Wars figures, animated. So if anything, they would probably be the ones to tackle it, since they have the IP. Hot Toys, not so much. Hot Toys, definitely not so much. They struggle to even give us comic concept. I was surprised they gave us the concept comic. I mean, the comic concept Iron Man, which I'm getting. It will be here once it's released. But I mean, that really did surprise me. But they would probably be the ones to do it. I would say that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Great question, Luminar. Brother Cousin's in the house, by the way. Brother Cousin, so good to see you, man. We got to get him back on soon. I know tonight he had to deal with something, so he couldn't make it, but he's gonna be back on soon.
Man, he's pimping, bro. Like he's dealing with the simple fact that he had to give us that explanation about the hot car last night.
That's what he does. He said you shouldn't either support, but it definitely helps. Yeah. That's fair. It's fair. So, Liao, how do you approach this one? I know you have Toya, though. Toya's the queen, so she supports you. She's on every live stream. That's important, though.
It's highly important, because without her, there would be no me on this channel live streaming, period.
Right.
She was the one who, in very beginning, bro, when I say this, and I hope she's watching right now, because it from the bottom of my heart, this lady has been the backbone behind everything I do in full support. You know what I mean? Like, when I said that I was looking at doing a review channel, she said, you should. She's like, do it. You know what I mean? She's the one who inspired it. She said, look, if it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2 people, whatever, as long as you basically doing something that you love. She helped me set it up. She watched as the growth when it came to me. She watched the inception of these detox when I made them and put the lights in and everything. Nice. She watched that. She was there from day one. Even when, I started, I'm sorry, because this thing is crazy, this stupid headset. Even when I started, my first review was my very first review was the Black Panther figure from Black Panther, the movie itself. That was my first review. So she stuck with me from then on. And then when it came to live streaming, you know, and doing these shows, she was like, you know, you have to do it. You have to do it. It's something that, you know, is in you. You have the personality for it. So why not? And I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, today is the birthday, actually the birthday of my channel. So thank you very much, everybody out there. But yeah, I think it's very important, man, because the more that you have them behind you, I mean, it's inspiring on so many different levels, because the thing is, it's like, you know, it just lets you know that you have someone to share a love and a passion for something that you really have in you, that they're sharing it with you and they enjoy it with you, bro. And they're walking this road with you. You know, always, you know, she's the one, you know, who sat back, I mean, diligently for the past 2 weeks, putting together the membership for the channel. You know, she sat back and she did everything that, you know, pretty much, you know, I couldn't do because I didn't have time with, you know, the live streams, the videos. So she took it upon herself to say, okay, cool, I'm gonna set up everything behind the scenes. She did the research, and phenomenal. She was the one even before we ended off with take your position tonight, was say, okay, the live, you're up, you're ready to go, announce the membership, you know, do it now. And I was like, all right, cool, you know, now that it's ready, you know. So she, you know, it's very important to have someone who shares your vision, knows what you're into, and they support that, and it makes you feel comfortable that everything that you have, you know, it's for a reason. And you know, it's not something where, you know, I have to worry about her frowning upon it. And the thing is, as long as I'm highly responsible, you know, with everything that I have as far as bills and everything and all that's taken care of, then everything else, you know, it's, you know, that's a no-brainer. So it's extremely important. Lou, same way, you know, tonight, bro, I was sitting up here giddy when your wife was, you know, behind you, you know, talking about the figure. And she sounds so adorable, bro. Like
She
hearing
does,
her talk
man.
like that
She
New York
does.
tone, you know, just hearing her talk about, you know, how you're, you know, really cheering you on when it came to these poses and everything, man. Like it's extremely important. And I think that everybody should have a companion like that. You know, I have, like, Toya's been at every con that I've actually been to. She can't wait to go to Star Wars Celebration. You know, she's going to have such a good time. It's going to be her first, and it's good for me because it'll be my first time sharing this moment with her, you know, where, you know, she's never been to California before. You know what I mean? She's never been to a celebration before. She's never been to Disney before. So to basically share these moments with her, it means a lot. You know what I mean? It means so much. So
next year, next year, I'm gonna get her next year.
Yeah, you got to, bro.
Nice.
You got to.
Next year. We'll make it happen, all of us.
Definitely.
Well, Lou, how you feeling, man, about this? I know you said your wife, she was saying she liked some of them, right? She liked them all except the turtle. Was it turtle? She said
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. That's what it was. Yeah, Dragon Ball.
It's mainly because of the anime. This is her reasoning. They scream for 5 episodes and nothing gets done. And
Goku was OP, bro.
He's OP, yeah, he's OP. But you know, it took like what 50 episodes or something like that for him to annihilate Frieza.
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
But other than that, you know, everything else from Ninja Turtles to Deadpool, she actually loves my Deadpool stuff. You know what I mean? She's like not too fond about the Venom stuff, but then she got into the film and she's like, okay, she's a little bit more open to it because it just looks creepy. You know, you got a monster with teeth and his tongue out. You know, he looked, you know, he just doesn't look like something that I would get because I'm a turtle head. You know what I mean? But then again, she's still getting to know me. You know what I mean? It's like, I think you know a person, but when you find out something new about an individual, it just blows their mind and it just makes you fall in love with them all over again. And I like discovering my wife, and I love the fact that she discovers me, especially in this world, because let's keep it a spade. When we do the real world stuff, it's stuff that we have to do. Right?
Yeah.
This is the stuff we want to do because we love it and we enjoy it. And the fact that we get the support from our spouses, as far as like cheering us on or even getting us like this Venompool, half of it's a Christmas gift. Half of it was a Christmas gift. She wasn't gonna give me the whole thing. But you know, that's fine. You know, like you take what you can get. Like next year, or this year coming for Christmas and maybe my birthday even, I'm gonna say, listen, sideshow gift cards, you know, throw them my way.
Make it rain.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that because
Yeah.
I'm stepping out of the 112 game for most of the stuff and cherry pick that and go into the 6 scale game. But that's still getting cherry picked because I have a small space.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's important to have a spouse that is supportive with you regardless of the medium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Definitely.
supportive,
Mhm.
period. Because this is your downtime, this is your fun time. And if she can enjoy you having fun, that means you got gold right there. You got
Yes.
a queen by your side. You know what I mean? Only a
Yep.
king could appoint a queen, and if a queen accepts you as is with all your flaws, including, you know, being a big kid, as I like to call it,
Yeah.
you know, we're all Toys R Us
Mhm.
kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
For
You
sure,
already
bro.
know.
Yeah,
You
absolutely,
already
man.
know. Yep.
Yeah, some great thoughts from you guys on that one. Seriously. I want to address a couple super chats real quick. Sean Bean drop one. Sean Bean, thanks so much, man. So,
My man,
S.
Sean.
Beam. I call him Sean Bean, but you know,
Hell
he's
yeah.
he's a great guy, man. I love him. So Sean Bean, thanks so much, Sean Bean. Appreciate you, man. Ren Santino Leo, you know this guy. The artist is how I describe him.
Yo, one of the greatest artists out there right now,
Oh,
man.
dude.
Straight up. My man Ren's
I'm
doing
hoping he
his
can
thing,
shoot me
man.
that Last of Us print he did.
I
bro, 'cause
know, man.
It's
like
so difficult. He's
yeah,
trying. He's trying.
Yeah, he's definitely trying. So
Yeah,
we'll
but Renz,
see.
no worries if you can, man. But your art, seriously, guys, check out Renz on Instagram and Facebook. I think he has too. Like
Yes.
Renz Tolentino does some seriously great art.
Yes, he
seriously,
does.
really good. So Texas Finest, thanks so much, Texas Finest. He said, "Happy birthday, Lael Channel. Today is my work anniversary, so we have something in
Yes,
common.
man.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats.
Applause to you as well.
Congrats,
Texas
bro.
Finest.
Congrats, man. Congrats, my brother.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So, guys, I think that's pretty much going to be a wrap for this episode of Collectors Mingle. I mean, we had a lot of great topics that we hit on tonight. So I want to kind of go around the panel real quick and kind of address everyone. Leia, I'll start with you on this one. Is there anything coming up that you want to plug? 1/6 scale, man?
Man, yes, man. Great. First of all, this goes without saying. Again, today is the birthday of my channel, and a little over last year. This is basically almost a year of me. I mean, my channel birthday is about what? I started, I think, a couple years ago. For the channel, it was like a while ago. But as far as live streaming, it's only been a year now that I've been doing live streaming. And the first person I had on my channel was Will. I didn't have nothing. Like literally, I had nothing. You know, literally, I had not. When I'm talking about, I didn't have a logo. I had to put it. I just went ahead and did a live stream. Didn't know nothing about it. And Will was the first person on there with me. So from the bottom of my heart, brother, like it meant so much to have you,
of course, man,
do that for me, because you didn't have to. You know what I mean? And you know, we were coming off of a rough situation, you and I, and you know, we both just decided like, yo, we just got to go for self and do our things. You know, we started together, and it was like, yo, you know, we had to move on, and you know, we both got on each other's channels to help boost our things up, and
for sure,
and it's been a blast. So I appreciate you for that, man. Like seriously, it's how far I've actually come. Because I'm telling you, if you watched that first live stream, it was rough.
No, bro, it was great, man.
It was rough because Will was walking. He was walking me through everything, but it worked. It worked. But no, straight up, man. Shout out to that.
Man.
Again, man, yes, it's been a blast. And you know what? Look, we have good times. All of us, we have good times, we have rough times, but we come out on top when we actually, you know, get beyond those storms. And I think a lot of us have weathered storms over the years and, you know, a couple days. So this is where we are right now. Fantastic. And I'm so glad to be in this space and happy to be in this space because of this. I've met Lou, you know what I mean, who's my co-host for Figure Flex Friday. I met my guy Mike, my Star Wars aficionado, right there with me. You know what I mean? Can't wait to have Mike. And Mike, congrats, because bro, I'm looking at this, bro. While we were talking, I'm looking at the logo for the group, and I'm like, yo, that is fire. Like literally, that is so
it is really good.
No, it is so good, bro. I definitely love it, man. So Mike. And then you had the nerve to post this Spider-Man post up. This
did you see that? Dude,
bro,
check that out. Check that out.
That is
yeah. We'll share it,
Mike. I gotta pull up your group. Hold on,
bro.
Share that Spider-Man,
bro. You can't. That's bro.
That Spider-Man needs to go to production. So share this. Everyone needs to see this.
Bro, Will, will you pull this up?
Yeah, let me find. It's in the group, right?
Yeah,
it's in the group.
oh
Yeah.
my god, bro, are you serious, man?
Oh, this is it. This
Dude,
is it. Yeah.
you need to.
Oh
Yes.
my god, oh my
Oh,
god, look at that.
Damn,
Dude.
Mike,
This-
flexing
Oh
on
this-
us,
my
bro.
god,
This
is this a prototype, or they just what are they doing?
This is no, this is this is a prototype. It's I don't know if I'm allowed to. It's a custom. He's in the group, and I asked if I could post this picture in the group, and he said yes. So if anyone is interested in this, I really want this to go through. And he said he needed to
Yes.
get a few more sales to be able to give an estimate of how long it'll take. But
Yeah.
he's also making a pretty sick Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and some other really
Oh
really
my
cool
God.
things. So
what
I don't know
scale
if-
is this?
this is quarter scale. I think it's
Wow.
27 inches tall or
Wait.
something like that.
Wait, the man spider
Yo.
is quarter scale.
This whole the whole thing is quarter scale.
Yo, I need this.
Dude,
It-
I need this.
dude. I
I
almost
need
dropped
this.
my shredder. Hold up.
I
Yeah.
need this, bro.
This needs to happen.
This is fire,
Mhm.
bro. This
Mhm.
right here is smoke. Like, yo,
Yeah.
this is
So
incredible.
who's making this one, Mike?
Oh
I
my
don't know if
god.
I'm allowed to mention his name, but he's in
Okay.
the group. His name is I'll name him because I just hold on. His name
And
is,
these are the different phases. It's showing phase 1, phase
Yes.
2, phase 3.
I-
That's the
Yes.
dope part
Gotcha.
about it.
I think I found my second statue. Don't tell me.
Bro, this is crazy.
We won't tell anyone, Lou.
His name is Bon Norden. He's in my
Mhm.
group, and again, I got permission to post a picture. If anyone wants more information on this, just
Yeah.
check out the group, and then I'll
Yeah.
direct you to him because this thing
Yo,
I want
it's
this.
smoke.
Wait,
That
the
right
group is
there is
collecting bundle.
fire.
What was that?
What's the group called again? Collecting bundle.
It's called Collectors Enabled.
Collectors
Collectors
enabled, bro.
enabled. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be doing that.
And I
right
was just
after the stream.
I was just plugging because the daggone logo is fire. But then I see that and I'm like, what? Mike ain't playing
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh no.
Anyway, anyway,
And
real
the
quick.
price is not bad. It's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
I gotta check it out. I gotta check
Bro,
it out.
that's
This is gonna
different
be my second
phases. That-
statue.
hell yeah. But anyway, real quick, before because we got it, I can't wait to get the mic when he talks about this though. But
I know.
yeah.
Man.
So straight up, if you haven't already subscribed to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, again, membership went up. So basically, you can actually become a member of the channels. There's different tiers. And again, like some of the tiers, just kind of make the announcement. I'll actually do live behind the scenes. Basically, like we can do private chats, private live chats where we can either talk about posing, figures, your collection, share ideas. You can even give me ideas on, show content and stuff like that. And we can just chit chat, so if group members do get exclusives to that, other perks, shout outs, live shout outs, stuff like that. There's badges, everything, when you become a member, it's just a great place to be. So if you haven't already, you can now become a member to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. So definitely do that. Tomorrow we're going to actually have comic book talk with friends. Where you could, tomorrow we're going to be going through giving you a history lesson on Moon Knight. Hopefully Robert Meyer Burnett is supposed to be doing that, so we'll see that tomorrow night. Then on Wednesday we're going to actually have, say what, WillFoxification is going to be there always. Don't know if he'll surprise us probably with a segment. If
Fingers
not,
crossed,
we
bro.
just got to wait and see. Cross your fingers. You don't know. We'll see. If not, probably next week. Anyway, so stay tuned for that. Can't wait to get Mike back on there too, bro. We got to hear
I
from you
know,
back on there
man.
too, Mike.
Mhm.
Anyway, but when you got time, Mike, because I know you're a busy man, like we'll chat, we'll talk. Anyway,
He is a busy man.
yeah, he's a busy man, so definitely would do that. So yeah, also we're gonna have not Uncivilized Scoundrels this week, it'll be next week. But we will have Figure Flex Friday. Me and my man Lou Luminar. So yes, and don't forget Flex Wars is popping off right now, basically up until May the 4th. So there'll be some more information on that coming and what the actual giveaway will be. So stay tuned. And then Collectors Lounge International next Sunday at 12 p.m. WillFoxification will be there. So yes, that's next Sunday at 12 p.m. He's not going to the date, don't worry about it. He will be there next week.
Hey.
So stay tuned for that. And also we will actually be back for another episode, but not on my channel, on Anthony from Figure Posing channel. It'll be another episode of Take Your Position. So that's what we got going on. Also, we'll have a live, or actually not a live unboxing because I don't do that anymore, but we'll have a take your position, which I basically do a side segment of posing. We're actually going to see a collage of a Spider-Man print that I actually recreated with pretty much all the figures. Also, you're going to see it pulls up with the Ahsoka figure with Rex in a couple of 501st. So stay tuned for that. And you finally get to see my Black and Gold squad, which consists of the Black and Gold Spider-Man, Killmonger, and Hawkeye, the Gold Black and Gold Hawkeye, as you know who it is, Ronan. So definitely stay tuned for that. So that's a lot of stuff that's coming up, man. Again, show your support, not only this channel, but everybody on the panel. So let's go.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much, Leia, as always, for joining, man. A lot of great stuff. Channel membership. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Lou, bro, thanks for joining, man. Always love having you on, man. What is coming up on Look at Lou?
Thank you for having me, like always,
course, man.
I appreciate the invite. My channel, I got a couple of reviews coming up later this week, and I was supposed to tonight throw up my my video panels, which is a segment that's going to be in my my channel where I describe and show you how to basically take images of your figure and tell a story with it and actually make it into a single comic book page. So,
Dude, that sounds awesome.
so basically,
incredible.
a bunch of
Awesome.
photos, just making a comic book panel, and how you go about it.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
it's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be phenomenal. You know, I got a lot of people that I feed from and I give back. You know, like I always say this on everyone's channel, Leo's, everyone. I inspired to be inspired, and that's what life should be.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And of course, you know, Figure Flex Friday on Leo's 16 Man. You already know.
We ready.
Will whenever
We
he wants
ready.
to. And Geeking Out, you know, can't forget my boys are Geeking Out. Unfortunately, I wasn't with them today, but I will be with them on Wednesday. And you know, whenever we do a morning stream, because Leo knows he'd be watching us in the morning.
Hell
We be
yeah.
acting
Hell yeah.
up
Love
a
it.
fool, you know what I
Love
mean?
it.
And getting
Love
out.
it.
So, you know, I gotta give my boy Nate and Don Prime a shout out. And shout out to everyone else there, you know, all our, you know, friends and 1/6 scale family, as I like to call it, because this is a family. You know, we have ups, downs, and all arounds, and it's always going to be around 1/6 scale collecting
Hell
or
yeah, man. You know. You already know.
on the collectibles. So, you
We
know,
good.
statues is coming this way. Don't tell Mario I'm getting a second statue. Please, please, please. Don't let it go.
Don't tell Mario. Mario, don't listen. Close your ears.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And thank you again for having me. You know, love you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Thanks so much
yes.
for joining, Lou. You always bring the energy, man. You do.
I
Hell
know.
yeah.
Quiet now. She's sleeping, so you know, like she allows me to be me, but
I'll be
I
quiet
gotta
too.
respect that
Sorry,
she's a
wifey.
teacher.
I'm
She needs
sorry.
to rest.
Mike, man. Dude, thanks so much for joining, man. It's been a little while since I've been able to bring you back
Hell
on.
yeah.
But dude,
Hell yeah.
what's going on with you? I know have you started the YouTube channel or you're considering starting? I can also share the Facebook group. I can bring that up.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks, Will and Leal and Lou, and yeah, I always love coming on Sundays. It's a lot of fun. And so you know, I think Will and I started talking maybe a month or so
Look at this,
ago,
bro.
and
Crazy.
you know, thank you. And you know, I just. You know, it was funny because I was on the show a while ago and like, hey, Mike, where can we plug you? And I'm like, well, you know, I'll do your crown or pull your tooth. You know, if you're ever in Knoxville.
That would be great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine, dude. And now I can put you to sleep. And for the last
That
for
sounds
the
even
last,
better.
yeah, you guys would like that. Legally. For the last 3 months, I've been working on a course for certification, and it's like took every single night plus weekends studying, taking exams, and then I just had my practical, and now I'm done. So anyway, now I have a little bit of evening time back and some weekend time back. And, you know, I've met so many awesome guys like you guys, guys that I talk to every single day, Star Wars guys, you know, old school collectors, new school collectors. And here's the thing I've noticed. There's a 1/6 scale man, which I just subscribed to, by the way.
Appreciate you,
So-
brother.
He's quarter scale, man.
Yeah, man.
Also.
But he's growing into quarter scale man.
And 1/6 feet, man. That's his other account.
yeah. But this is the point. So we have like 1/6 scale. You got Batman statue collector. You got Justin. You got all these guys, and they're kind of like on islands. And so if I want to learn about Batman, I'm going to go here. I want to learn about Spider-Man, I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm like, you know what? I'm looking around my room, and I see 1-to-1. I see Bust. I see Hot Toys, J&D. I see, you know, quarter scales, and there should be a place for everybody. And I know there's some, and there's some really good ones. But I kind of wanted to create a place where I like learning about these different things.
Yeah.
And I don't know hardly anything about X-Men. And, people are posting stuff on X-Men statues and hot toys and things I've never seen, customs I've never seen. And so I want it to be sort of like a gallery or museum where people can share what they like and not be, penalized or criticized or anything like that, because it's just like what it says. It's all about the collecting experience, Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball Z, Lord of the Rings, any scale, anything. I want to learn about it. Horror, whatever you have. And, people are posting stuff. It's a private group. So people, you can feel okay to, share their collections, and you won't, people don't like to share it publicly sometimes. But, we call it Collectors Enabled. We were trying to think of a name, and, I know sometimes enabling has a negative connotation, but I always see it as kind of fun. Like, Liel is, like poking fun at me and Will, and Will's always doing stuff, and it's all in good jest. It's fun, bro. Man.
Hell yeah. So
I want to have, this really cool place where everyone's invited. I don't want to step on any toes. I'm not trying to do anything. Like, this is just purely, what this is? This is just a reference page for me to go and look at really cool stuff and talk to really cool people and be like, okay, what am I going to get next? And then if you're on the fence and you're like, I don't know about this. And like, I posted the, like Lael said, the Revan and Malik, and, one of my buddies, Donald, was like, oh, I sold mine, but you know what? After seeing this, I need to buy it. I need to get it again. I made a mistake. So it's just a really cool place. I don't want it to be super huge. And, it kind of, I just, it was my birthday last week, and, I'm like,
happy belated, brother. Happy
belated. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thank you. I wanted to I'm like, look, I've been sitting on this, and I started it with John Hensley, who he owns Off the Racks, and he's a really cool guy. And then we also have, everyone knows CC and Randy are kind of my admins helping me out. But anyone who wants to join, the questions are super easy. It's just a safe environment. And I don't care what you bring to the table. You can just come and browse. But the best thing is just talking with everybody and the comments and the fun. So, but now I think you guys should join so that you can check out the Spider-Man statue, and we can order it. So it can be made.
We need to get that. That's crazy,
man. That Spider-Man is so good. So and in regards to the YouTube, I actually just finished the logos for the YouTube, and I just it's live. There's nothing on it, so don't expect anything. But John and I are gonna kind of set up, maybe, I don't know, weekly, bi-weekly or something, and I would love for all you guys to be on it at some point. And I don't know exactly what we're gonna focus on yet, but it's, we'll figure it out as we go. This is an experiment. This is just what I do in my free time, which is, hardly any, but it's better now. And it's just for fun. So Collectors Enabled. So yeah, man, hit us up. I'm getting a ton of requests right now, so I'll accept everybody.
Hey, there you go. Don't forget to join Collectors Enabled, guys. Seriously, it's a really great group. And Mike, can't wait to see your YouTube channel, man. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So you have to show all the, taking out wisdom teeth and, putting people asleep and stuff. That's what your YouTube channel will be, bro.
To be fair, I was looking at my YouTube channel, and I had stuff from school on there. I'm like, no, delete.
Yeah, delete.
Like, we don't need that. You guys don't want to see that stuff.
Right. So. Yeah. And by the way, Mike, we did get a super chat from, of course, our man Carlos. He said, "Hey, Mike, tell us you're balling without telling us you're balling."
Oh my God. Let's see. One to two Gandalf. How about that?
There you go. That's it. That's how you do it. So Carlos does it more than anybody, though. So don't let him trick you.
Oh yeah,
he likes to show everyone that he's a baller. So, anyway. But guys, thanks so much for joining for another episode of Collectors Mingle. Be on the lookout. I just put out the episode that we had with Friday with I think it was Lael, it was Anthony, and who else was on there with us? It was Carlos. Yeah, Carlos that we did on Friday for a Lights Camera Collect. So that's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So if you guys do want to listen to audio only, that is out there for you. Always free, of course. And then we have another episode of that coming up next week. It'll be me and Kiko. So Kiko and I will be on next Friday at 5:30. That's our new time. Yep, our new time 5:30 seemed to work pretty well, so we're gonna roll with it. And Kiko is an old man; he's got to take things, do streams early in the day, so we're gonna do that. And Collectors Mingle will be here every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't plan on moving the time, so we're gonna make it every 8 p.m. On Sunday. And we're going to roll with that. And guys, all I can say is thanks so much to this amazing panel, as always, for helping create an excellent show here. And I couldn't do it without this amazing panel. Like Lael said, Lael's been with me pretty much since the beginning too. So it's been mutual, trust me.
Hell yeah.
Mutual respect and admiration, absolutely. So
can I say something real quick before you
Luke,
close
go ahead,
out?
man.
I need everyone in the chat. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, that's criminal. You need to subscribe.
That's criminal.
All right? That's criminal.
Don't hit and run. Don't hit and run.
And then if you're catching this on the replay, make sure you leave a comment and you still liked it. And then share it.
Lou gets it.
There you go.
Lou, thanks so much, Lou. Appreciate it, man. Guys, that's a wrap for this episode of Collectors Mingle. We will catch you in the next one.